I'm Lizzie and welcome to my garden here at the Rose Press. Today I'm going to show you how to sow amazing foxgloves from seed. Now these are an absolute must-have in every garden. I say that about so many flower seeds, but honestly these ones are brilliant. They are great for full sun but also a little bit of part shade as well, and shady borders. They obviously grow in kind of woodland areas naturally, so you kind of want to plant it somewhere with similar conditions, and they have the most gorgeous spire of flowers. They're amazing for pollinators, and this one I'm saying today is called Foxglove Foxy. So if anyone knows me well, my surname is Fox and my nickname at school was Foxy, so I had to go for this one. But it is a gorgeous mix of pale and deeper pinks, which will obviously go really well in my garden. And there's a butterfly. How lovely. Oh, I love it when I see butterflies and bees in the garden. They are loving it. Anyway, back to the foxgloves. So there's two different things you can do with these. You could go and direct sow them into your garden, but they are biennials, so they will set their seed and they will get their roots established and their leaves established in the first year, and then they won't flower until the second year. So this one's in my blooming borders pack, which you can sow ready for flowers next year. But they're gorgeous, and you can direct sow them straight into the ground. If you imagine a foxglove at a tall spire and the wind blows it and the seeds kind of spread, and that's how they grow naturally in the wild. But if you want a more reliable way of sowing them, then I would sow them into trays, and then we can prick them out and pot them on and then plant them out in the garden later in the year. So I sow these. The thing to be aware with foxglove seeds is they are tiny. There's no way that you're going to be able to place one seed per cell in some, like we do in some of the others. So it's almost like dust. So the best thing to do if you've got things that are a bit like dust is to put it onto, empty the seed packet into your hand, and then use the pinching method. So get it a pinch and then just try and sprinkle it as close to this as possible. And I've done 2 trays for foxgloves because they are such small seeds and they are very reliable, so you should get some really good germination. So brilliant if it's the first thing that you've grown from seed. Now it's a bit hard to see exactly where they're going because the seeds are the same colour as the compost, but just try and spread it as thinly as possible. And there's lots of seeds in this packet, so I probably could have done 3, but I'm just going to go for it, and then I will prick them out into their own individual pots much later on. So I'll pop those on there, and we surface sow these, so you can see I've filled up the compost right to the top, and then I've sown the seeds on top as well. Just get the last few packets of the last few seeds out of this packet. It's got to be done, hasn't it? Like they say, they are like dust. So pop that there, and then what I'll do is you can either water it beforehand. I forgot, so I'm going to do it very gently with a very gentle sprinkler, or you could put them in to water and let the water soak up for the first time. But really you don't want to wash the seeds away too much, so just be really gentle when you are watering these when they're starting. But they like to have light to germinate, so that's why we surface sow them. The other thing to note when you've got your foxgloves is think about where you're going to plant them. They're brilliant in the middle to the back of borders because they've got really tall spires, and you might need to stake them. If you're in a windy exposed area, then you might need to put some cane sticks or sticks that you can find and tie them up, just so that you don't get them snapping in the wind, because some of them can grow really tall. But yeah, if you've not grown foxgloves before, they are a fantastic way to start gardening and to grow from seed. You can also buy plug plants if you're too impatient and want them straight away. I don't blame you, I've done that before, and like I say, often they self-seed like crazy. So if you know someone who's really into gardening and they've been growing them, I'm sure there'll be a few little seedlings growing in their garden that you might be able to take for this year and it might flower. So yeah, brilliant flower, and I really hope you enjoy growing foxgloves. They're really good fun. If you've got any questions at all, then just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And thank you for watching, and enjoy sowing all your flower seeds.